Shalom, shalom. Before I get started, I want to give all glory, honor, and praise to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushua, Bahashim, Kahakrash. Double honors to the apostles and elders at GMS. Peace, honor, respect to you, brothers that's out there laboring, edifying, rightly dividing the word of truth and sincerity. And shalom to you, believers out there, Da'aki and Wahagwath. And as you can see from the title, I'm responding to Apostle Tar video. Oh boy, the Lord now hates Jacob and loves E. And we know that E standing for Esau. All right. Which is not true. This is going to be real quick. Just getting to the point. I'm going to hit some precepts. Because he also said Esau is not the so-called white man as well. But first, let's deal with the Lord hating Jacob. Well, let me play the video. Let me just play.
On how to get to the evening or how to worship him. Sisters and brothers, it's simple, it's easy, it's right there. He's knocking at the door. Only thing you gotta do is answer. But you're scared to answer because you're locked in another man's house, locked in another man's prison, man. You will never get out of that psychological prison until you open the door and Christ set you free. Woo! Read on.
It's chapter 9, verse 13.
Bring it up.
As it is written,
As it is written. Read.
Jacob have I loved,
Jacob have I loved. Read.
but Esau,
But who?
but Esau
The so-called white man. Read.
have I hated.
Sister and brother, we've been to school before. I know 1 + 1, 2 + 2, 2 × 2 = 4. I know these things. So you meant to tell me my English teacher didn't tell me past tense? And what's the future tense? ED mean that's past tense. These brothers haven't even dropped out in 8th grade, but they're gonna try to tell you how to read. The Most High said, as it is written. As it is written. And when the Most High writes something, you can't take it back. Jacob have I loved. The Most High say he used to love Jacob. He don't love him anymore.
Listen to this complete madness. Listen to this complete madness. He's now saying the Most High hates Jacob, but he loves Esau now. This is complete madness. Listen up.
Esau have I hated. Esau used to hate Esau, but I don't hate him anymore. Sister and brother, this is the beginning of this class right here. Please tune in.
That's right.
Esau is not the white man.
That's right.
He is Jacob's brother. Please believe this, sisters and brothers. Please believe this. Where we at, brother Nate?
14.
Okay. No. 13 and 9, right?
This is not 13.
9, 13. Read on.
Verse 14.
Uh-huh.
What shall we say then?
What shall we say then? Read.
Is there unrighteousness with God?
So I'm trying. That's a question, brother and sister. There is a question mark after that. Is that unrighteous with God because he said that he don't love Jacob anymore and he loved Esau? Is that unrighteousness with that? Man, corner we would talk that man, that's the corner message. Sell down now, the denial room. I'm denying it.
All right, so you heard it. That's enough for that. First of all, it ain't no scripture that say he loved Esau now and hate Jacob. All right, we're gonna go through the scriptures. And he, like he said, hey, once the Most High writes something, you can't take it back. So let's go here. You can't take it back. Malachi 3:6. It says, "For I'm the Lord, I change not." You can't take that back. Therefore, ye sons of Jacob are not consumed. So if the Lord all of a sudden now hate Jacob, the Israelites, and now he loves Esau, why is this wrote right here in Malachi? All right. He can't take it back. The Lord said he don't change. So that means what? He still hate Esau and he still have love for Jacob. Let's go here. Something real quick. You go to Malachi, the first chapter. It says, we can start at verse 1, the burden of the word of the Lord to Israel by Malachi. All right. So Malachi speaking to the Israelites. All right. From Yahweh Shem Yahushua. All right. I have loved you, saith the Lord. Yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother, saith the Lord? Yet I love Jacob. See, and I hated Esau, and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness. Whereas Edom said, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. All right. Thus said the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down. So that don't sound like somebody who loves somebody, you know, if you building something and then they hinder it. And they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord have indignation forever. So if all of a sudden he was going to turn, because Malachi, you know, what was that? Malachi 3 and 6, I could have closed the books. The Lord said he don't change. Therefore, the sons of Jacob are not consumed. All that the sons of Jacob went through, all these captivities, all this oppression, we could have been done away with as a people, but the Lord didn't do that. Why? Because the promises go all the way back to Abraham, then they fell on Isaac, then they fell on Jacob, and then they fell on the 12 sons. So we're not going to be consumed from that promise due to Abraham. All right. And again, it kept going on and on and on. The Lord don't change. But he said with Edom, he got indignation forever. All right. Now, when you go here to Exodus 17 to 16, for he has said, because the Lord has sworn that the Lord will have war with Amalek from generation to generation. We know Amalek is those so-called small hats. And for people who don't know, just in case you knew and you scramble across this lesson, Amalek, all right, son of Eliphaz by his concubine Timnah, grandson of Esau. So he's going to have war from generation to generation with the lineage, the grandson of Esau, but of that tribe of the Edomites. All right, because they're the descent. But yeah, Amalek is a tribe of the Edomites, just like you have Judah as a tribe of Israel. You know, Benjamin is a tribe of Israel. Well, Amalek is a tribe basically of Esau, of Edom, of the Edomites. All right. So the Lord said he's going to have war with them from generation to generation. So now when you go to Deuteronomy chapter 30, it says restoration promise. Restoration of who? To the Israelites. The Israelites have been broken down, heritage gone, identity stole, captivity after captivity, but restoration has been promised. And Deuteronomy 30, these verses sums up everything. Let's read it, starting in verse 1. And it shall come to pass when all these things are come upon thee, the blessing and the curse. All right? Because we had the blessings before, and we are currently in the curses, which I set before thee, and thou shalt call them to mind among all the nations, whether the Lord thy power hath driven thee, and shall return unto the Lord thy power, and shall obey his voice according to all that I command thee this day. Right, this is the love that the Lord has shown the sons of Jacob by putting the word out there in its purest form so we can return. That's part of the love. So if he hated us, he could have just kept us in this estate of negative. It wouldn't be a remnant promise to return, man. Thou and thy children with all thine heart and with all thy soul, that being the Lord will turn thy captivity. All right. And still have and have compassion upon thee, and will return and gather thee from all the nations where the Lord thy power has scattered. Yeah, how he's gonna do that? All right, from the chariots. Matter of fact, let's get that, because Sakari made a point too that you know, about the 2/3 in America and all of this, but nah, man, that's going on. Because when you go to Jeremiah 16, see, the Most High will restore them. Ooh, let's read. Therefore, behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that it shall no more be said, the Lord liveth, that brought the children of Israel, all right, the sons of Jacob, the sons and daughters of Jacob, out of the land of Egypt. And that was a mighty work. But he said, ain't nobody going to be bringing that up. Why? But the Lord liveth, that brought the children of Israel from the land of the north. And we know that's referring to what? North America. And from all the lands whither he had driven them, we were scattered everywhere. And I will bring them again into the land that I gave unto their fathers, right? So now when you go here, that's the love that he had. If he hated us, he wouldn't do that. He wouldn't come get the scatter. He wouldn't give us the word. He wouldn't promise salvation in the kingdom to the Israelites. He could just leave us down here and we could be forever captives. Verse 4, and if any of thine be driven out into the outermost parts of heaven, from thence will the Lord power gather thee, and from thence will he fetch thee, and the Lord will bring them into the land which thy fathers possessed. Right, so that's prophecy. All right, because we already know that we was in the land before, and then we got kicked out, and we out still to this day. It's heathen that's in that land, and thou shalt possess it, and he will do good and multiply thee above thy fathers. Right, we ain't had that happen. That ain't happened. Right? That ain't happened yet. And the Lord thy power will circumcise thine heart, and the heart of thy seed to love the Lord thy power with all thine heart and with all thy soul, that thou mayest live. And the Lord thy power will put all these curses, yeah, all the curses that we went through, upon thine enemies and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee. Right. So the Lord said he's going to put these curses upon our enemies. Well, when you go here to Psalms 83rd chapter, all right, the Most High implored to confound his enemies. When you go here, all right, it says, verse 2, for lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones. Hidden ones are the Israelites. They have said, come, let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate, meaning they together. All right, all of these people against thee, the tabernacles of Edom. So Edom is first on the list. Meanwhile, the Lord loved Edom, but he said he was going to put the curses on our enemies. And this is going into our enemies. And number one name on the list was Edom. All right. So the Lord promised to restore Jacob, but now he hates Jacob. And the Lord promised destruction to Esau and the curses on Esau, but now he loves Esau. It don't make sense. It don't make. Here go Amalek. See, didn't he say he was gonna have war from generation to generation for Amalek? He calling out that tribe of Amalek. All right, because it was other tribes of the Edomites, but this is like their head, one of their head tribes right here. See, Amalek in small hats. See how you call them out? All right, so you got Edom, and then you got grandson Amalek. That's that the Lord said what? That he was gonna put all the curses on our enemies, and Esau is one of our enemies. All right, so it's not making sense. Even when you go here, the restoration of Israel. All right, in that day, I will raise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen and close up the breaches thereof, and I will raise up his ruins, and I will build it as in the days of old. That's what's happening now. That's what's going on through this word. That they may possess the remnant of Edom and all of the heathen, which are called by my name, said the Lord, that doeth this. Right. We know David, he had the Edomites under subjection. Well, it say the Lord is saying what? In that day, in the future, he gonna raise it up like David again. Right. Because what David do? He had them under subjection. So that they may possess the remnant of Edom. Right. That's gonna be that's so if he loved Edom so much, why is he gonna give Edom over to Israel? It don't make no sense. Now he said he is not the so-called white man. All right, it's not gonna be for simpletons. He's not gonna put in there that Esau is the white man. No, but he gave descriptions. He gave characteristics. So when you go to Genesis 25th chapter, all right. In fact, this is a point right here, Genesis 25 and 22, and Isaac entreated the Lord for his wife because she was barren, and the Lord was entreated of him, and Rebekah was his wife conceived, and the children struggled together within her. Right, and it's been a struggle ever since. It's always that black-white struggle on the planet Earth. All right. Niggas want to come together. Everybody, no, it wasn't me. We've been struggling with these niggas ever since the womb. And the children struggle to like. It's like this. Let's think about this on a lower scale. Even in sports, entertainment, or on some carnal level, it's always that black versus white. Let's take Magic and Bird. You always got that. They always, if a black man or woman do something, they always got to throw an Edomite in there. Just like you had Angel Reese, then you had Caitlin Clark. It's always been that struggle. All right, it's always been that struggle. Always. So whenever you see, and Esau know this, that's why he played to it, because he knows that's a money maker. It's a grabber. And we've been struggling ever since the womb. So, and the children struggled together within her. And she said, if it be so, why am I thus? And she wanted to inquire of the Lord. And the Lord said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb. So it don't even matter if they brothers. These are 2 different nations. And 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels. Right. So 2 manner of people. 2 manner, meaning the mannerisms, 2 nations, 2 different nations, and the one people shall be stronger than the other, and the elder shall serve the younger. So it's already was in the script that the elder Esau shall serve the younger Jacob. All right, and one people is stronger. Who do you think that is? The Israelites. It ain't no white boys jumping out the gym, like Michael Jordan or Brian. You ain't gonna never see a white boxer like Muhammad Ali. You ain't gonna never see these things that you see, because Jake is a special people. All right. And if you do see somebody who looked white doing these things, more than likely they are Jake. All right. Like a Tina Marie. You know, she can sing very good. You see her, you think she's a white girl. But what I found out, her father is a Latino, if I'm not mistaken. So she's a Jake. Ain't no white girl singing like that. If she is, more than likely, not saying, Edomites can't sing, but when they have that soul in their voice, a lot of times it's probably a Jake man. Okay, because the Lord gave us special things, special, you know, a special trait to identify who the children of Israel is. Because even though we're in our lower state, we still wild the people. All right. So going down, Genesis 25 and 25, it says what? And the first came out red all over like a hairy garment, and they named him Esau. Now, when you jump down here, now red is a description. Now, watch this. Because everything is spiritual. And it's spiritual that they call themselves this. And rednecks, and what do you see? See? You see who? So-called white people. That's spiritual, man. That the Lord had it. You ain't gonna see no so-called Chinese or no so-called blacks or no so-called East Indians or nobody else. You're gonna see who? The so-called white man and woman. All right. The first came out red. Look at that. Almost red as that shirt. See? These are proud rednecks. That's spiritual, man. The Lord put that out there. That when you go to Genesis 25, it said what? And the first came out red, because he said give 2 or 3 scriptures. Well, I think this is one. All right, this is one right here, in my opinion. Because again, when you go here, and simpletons might try to debunk it, but it's spiritual. Because you could tell by the scriptures who the Israelites is. Go to Deuteronomy 28 and read the curses. And that's us. Just like when you go to Genesis 25 and 25, look, it came out all red. And they call themselves redneck. Now let's go back to Deuteronomy. Slocky, that's the wrong one. I mean, Genesis, Slocky. When you go to Genesis 25 and 27, it says, and the boys grew. And Esau was a cunning hunter and a man of the field. And Jacob was a plain man dwelling in tents. Now, they say Esau was a cunning hunter, right? Yeah, cunning. Let's look that up. Wait, hold on. Sorry. Said he was cunning. That's what I wanted. Hunter. Now, said he was a cunning hunter. It says hunting game. All right, basically hunting for sport, like hunting deer, things of that nature, like they do today. You just don't type in hunting. And you see who? You see your boy Esau, man. Look, he out there with his son. Or just a free education course on how to hunt. See? Esau and his woman, they're people of the field. You see what I'm saying? Jacob was a plain man dwelling in tents. Hunt deer, hunt game. Let's just type that in. It's in one of the definitions. You don't see that deer. You see bears, you see everything, but who you gonna see right there? Hunt deer. See? It's who you see. You see that man in the field. You don't see too many Negroes doing this. See? That's game. That's for game sport. They more than likely ain't trying to hunt to eat. Esau go out there and hunt for sport. That's why they had deer heads in their homes. Look, you seeing the man in the field. So there go another precept. Because the scriptures gave characteristics of Jacob and Esau. See? Hunting, game hunting, provision food, of course. All right, there was a time where, Jacob hunted more. But see, the top one, the number one was hunting game. All right, but we know, and typically you had to hunt more for your food. But see, Esau was a cunning hunter. They have all type of these whistles that can call different, make it seem like different animals. They're very, very cunning. They have that subtle spirit. They have those, what is they called? So you have to see, they have these whistles where, see, for duck hunting. All right, that's a tool. Shanties, duck hunting call whistle. So you blow it, and it's the ducks. They'll come, and then you start knocking them off. See, that's him being a cunning hunter, as well as hunting down the children of Israel in the spirit. Because the scripture is twofold. He hunted us down literally, spiritually, all right, physically. See Jake getting hunted down in the streets by these white cops. All right, he hunted us down spiritually through the enchantments, things of that nature. But see, he's a man of the field. Look, he dug whistles. They got stuff for the deer. You see, You see it right here. That's Esau, man. He hunting for sport. All right. So he said, bring out two precepts. Basically brought them two out. The characteristics. That's how you can prove who's who. The Lord wasn't going to come out and say, oh, Esau came out and he was red and that's the white man. Jacob came out, he was plain and that's the black man. No, this book was wrote, you know, it was wrote in the Lord's infinite wisdom. He knew how to write this book to where you had to spiritually discern it. Okay. So, that's all I want to bring out, Lord willing. It's edifying into the next lesson. Shalom.